Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Please share, subscribe, comment, and yeah.
I'll take a risk on the ship if we're sinking. I admit, when with you, I'm not thinking.
Today I'm going to be telling you about my clowning moments. So this was when I was in my attachment. So the institution that I was in, we did diploma for 3 years, and after the first year you will go for your attachment. So I got my attachment in Nyandarua. So in Nyandarua, I used to go for the whole week, and then during the weekends I'll come home because I didn't have friends, I didn't have anyone to hang with, I was always alone. So this particular Friday, I didn't go to work. I think it was a holiday or something. So I was to go home. It was around 10ish. So from where I live to town was far. So you could and also to where you could board a matatu to take you to town was far. So I was walking to go and get the matatu to take me to town, but I can go get a matatu and go home. So on my way, I met this guy. He was driving, he stopped in front of me, that was rude. And then he asked me if I wanted a lift. I said no. He tried persuading me and I was like no. So he went. So when I reached in town, it was also kind of not really long distance, but a distance to get to the stage. So when I was walking, the same guy approached me again. This time he was walking. So he started telling me he's been seeing me around, he's been wanting to talk to me, blah blah blah. He asked for my number, so I gave him my number. And I went home. So it was on Friday. On Saturday, he called. So we talked, and that's when we started talking, texting, things like that. So we talked until when we all went back to school and I joined my second year. So we started dating then. So okay, it was this weekend from Friday to Saturday, the weekend. So he was home on Friday to my place. We spent the whole weekend, and then Monday morning he goes back as he's going to work. So on Friday, I had cleaned the house, I had cooked, I had done everything. And then dude called me at 10 at night, telling me he couldn't make it. After I've done everything, I'm just waiting. So I was like, okay, you can come the next day. So he came the next day, but he didn't sleep. So on Sunday he came. That's when he slept at my place. And then, so at night, we were just talking. He started telling me, I'm suspecting you're cheating on me, blah, blah, blah. I've been seeing you with guys. So at that time, I was so naive and emotional. I started telling me, I have not been cheating on you. It's not true. I started crying. Even he started crying, telling me that I'm wasting his time, blah, blah, blah. So he got angry and he slept. On the bed, he slept looking at the other side, I slept looking at the other side. So at 5 a.m. in the morning on Monday, he told me he wants to leave. And the place where I used to live, the gate was closed at 9:30 and opened at 6. So I told him the gate is not opened. So he said, okay, I'll wait. So I started begging him, please, no, I've not been cheating on you, no, this, that. But he wasn't hearing me. So 6, immediately he heard the gate was opened. He wore his clothes and he left. And me, okay, I sleep in shorts and a shirt. And you know that cold, that Nyandarua cold. Yeah, so I followed him. I was running behind him, literally running, apologizing, telling him I'm sorry. At that time, I had even accepted that I had cheated and I had not done anything. I'm telling him I'm sorry, I won't do it again, blah, blah, blah. And it was at 6, so there weren't many people on the road. And that school is located along Nyahururu Nairobi highway. So those people traveling in the morning, they were seeing us. Shame. They were seeing us. So he was walking 2 steps, I'm running in front of him, begging him, kneeling down in the cold in the morning, begging him. So he reached a place, he just stopped, a matatu just stopped, it had space, and he just left me there down, kneeling down, crying. and he left. So I went back to my house, prepared for school. And when I reached to class, I told one of my closest friends, I told her what was happening because I was a mess. I was crying, blah, blah, blah. So she took me out of class, and she took me like behind the classes. There was a bushy place. It had trees like that. She took me there. Started talking to me, and then so in my class we were like 4 girls. So the other 2 girls came, and they were looking for me. They were like, "We have something to tell you," blah blah blah. And I was like, "Okay, what's up?" So they told me apparently where they lived, their neighbor, you know how you can be telling your friends about your man, like that. So I had told them about my man, this and that. And then their neighbor also was telling them about a certain guy like this. And one thing added to another, so it was the same guy. So they came, they were telling me the same things, and I was like, okay. So like it was the same guy, we've been dating the same guy. And circling back, there was this time the guy, we were arguing over petty things. So that time he was telling me about been texting him, blah blah blah. So I told him, give me your phone, let me see. So when I went to his phone, I was saying Nyandarua, Julian, babe. So that could have been my first red flag, but I ignored it as usual. So they were telling me that, so like I was like, I can't deal with it anymore. I went to class actually, I picked my stuff and I went to my house. I cried the whole day, like literally the whole day for a man. I cried. Like let that sink in. I cried siku mzima kwa sababu ya mbaba. Wow. Okay. So after I cried around 6, those girls called me to their place and their neighbor was there. So it was like committee of side chicks. And apparently the place that those friends of mine lived with their neighbor, also another neighbor, I think she was the recent side chick, was also dating this guy. So like we all, the 3 of us came, we were discussing like anakuanga hivi, anavaanga hivi, like it's the same thing. We realized all of us are talking about the same person. So the recent side chick, she was actually stupid. Because she told us not to worry, and then she went. And apparently they were neighbors, like direct where you share like a wall, and then the walls were thin. So me and the other girl, we started talking. She was crying, I was crying. We were talking, we were abusing him. And the recent side chick on the other side, she was listening to us and texting the guy. So we decided, the both of us, we text the guy at the same time. So he answered to the girl and he also answered to me. And then you see the Friday that he was supposed to come to my place and he said he couldn't make it. Apparently he had taken that girl for a date. So let's call the girl Mary. So I told him, okay, so you've been greeted by Mary. And then he started becoming defensive, telling me to ask Mary if she knows when a guy is interested in her. She didn't tell her that she was interested, blah, blah, blah. So Mary got angry and started abusing him. So he started calling us, telling us this and that. So the reason said she claimed we call her Cynthia. So she told us that we are stupid, we are old, we are ugly. Cynthia is more mature than us. Cynthia is prettier. She knows what she's doing. So we left. So I went back to my place. And as usual, I did my stalking, I did my investigation. And guess what I found out? We were not the only 3 in that school. That guy had so many girls in that school. And also in every other school around that school district, Nyandarua, Nyahururu, Laikipia, Ahiti, around that school. He had so many. And I'm wondering if he also had other girls in other towns. So he had so many girls. That was so shameful. So apparently he was an Uber driver. I got to realize that after we broke up. So one day me and my friend went to town. So that friend of mine hadn't seen him. So he was like, okay, let's go. We pass where he usually is. I see him. So when we went, my friend, okay, I don't know if it's lame or courageous, she went to the guy demanding to know why he was using me. So when I went, like at that time I was so like, you know, the way like peer pressure, so I was also giving myself courage, confidence. I went and told the guy, why have you been cheating on me, blah blah blah. So I pointed him, I just said, wewe umenichezea, and he got so angry. He came out of the car, he wanted to beat us. So as usual, as we started running away, then God, there were traffic police around, so we went behind the traffic police. And so he texted me, he was telling me, unani point, unafikiria mimi ni nani, ningekupiga ni venye umekimbia, you are a coward. I was like, dude, really? I wanted to go back, but my friend alinishikilia. Wababa. And then after a few months, this guy had the audacity of texting me again and telling me, let's go for a date. Dude, ulinicheza, nililia a whole day. Yani, I've never actually accepted that. A whole day. I missed my classes, I wasted my everything, time, my energy, everything I wasted because of you. Na kumbe ulikuwa unanicheza na Nyandarua Nyahururu yote. You are a hoe. Yeah. Okay, so that's my clowning story. I hope you enjoyed. Till next time. Bye.
Yeah, we love so careless. No consequences. This truly feels like a high school fling. Can you meet and break? Took a week 13, just turned 18 weeks.